We start another week with a success. Donald and us were just putting this engine into the hole.
Yeah.
We're going to fabricate the mounts, but Donald's idea, why don't we just sit in there and have a look? Yeah. What are we in for? And we're in for just pretty much streetboard in. So Bryce already done taking a lot of brackets off the tunnel.
Yeah.
And you had a look underneath there, plenty of room?
Yeah, it looks really good. We'll just fab up a custom gearbox cross member, make it so we can unbolt it, make it easy to work on.
So my concern, if you come close this side, but look at the room between the manifold and the actual chassis.
So much more room than Sylvia's.
And actually, if you see from top, this is the steering column, and inside right there is the starter motor. A little bit hard to see for you guys, but in the Sylvia, this goes right through to that, so you can't really have a success. But we have rooms within everywhere pretty much. Another thing concern is the clutch mass cylinder. I think there's a little bit of room here.
Yeah.
Depends how far we want to go back. In the Sylvia, we go all the way almost to the tunnel, so the cylinder actually comes out and will hit the head. But over here at the moment it's fine. We're gonna figure it out once we have the engine in properly.
Yeah. The brake master cylinder fits as well. There's no need to change.
The booster.
Yeah, the booster.
Yeah, in the Sylvia there's problem with the massive booster hits the head.
Yeah.
So in this car it just basically fits in. I think.
This is built for a V8.
Built for the V8. I think at the back we're not gonna drop so far. The front we can drop a little bit with the probably mounted.
Yeah.
Gearbox can come up an inch. Other than that, we're all sweet. So that might go sort of flush with this radius support.
Yeah.
And we might be able to even to fit in the factory radiator, because they're just gonna go on there, mount, and come up like this. I think that's easy fit.
Too easy.
Not bad.
I'm happy. So Donald's gonna make some plates ready to sort of mount on the cross member and on the engine.
Yeah.
And I'll be start stripping on both sides, get a real clean sort of long block.
Yeah.
And then we're ready to drop in, make sure it's level where we want it, and then we'll just start making mounts. Oh shit! Lucky it's not to the camera. Just give it a clean, let's put it back on. But the engine looks real clean. I think it's gonna be good. Almost in. The second time. So this time we have strip on both sides of it. We're just gonna look at how we're gonna do the gearbox cross member. But it looks like it's easy to going in. We just need to get engine in the right position.
are changing the fuel pump. Hi Bryce.
Hey bro, how you doing? Just upgrading the fuel pump from the factory one to a Deutschwerk 300. Is it a Deutschwerk?
How do you pronounce it?
Deutschwerk? Pretty sure it's Deutschwerk.
Deutschwerk.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. DW.
DW? But I got one of these in my car as well. They flow a lot better than the Bosch you were saying.
Well, you have one in your car?
Yeah, I got one in the Sylvia. Yeah, they're really good. And
I never heard of them. I just googled them, and a lot of people are changing them, upgrading them for the 86, and we thought, oh, we'll probably give it a go.
Yeah, they flow real good, and they're pretty cheap too.
Yes. I think probably around 200 or less than 200 bucks.
Yeah.
So good value, flows a lot better.
Yeah.
So this one here is the factory one. This is the factory one.
Okay. I want this out, and you can have a quick look at.
They just pop out, eh?
Yeah.
650C. This is the model. So we have some O-rings over there. Just packed O-rings. That's basically what we learned from online.
So that's gonna go straight in, go into this factory housing.
Yep.
And just go back to the factory. Come over here.
There's a lot of fuel inside.
Heaps of fuel.
Good.
We don't have to fill up when I first go out. The reason we want to do it this way because we want to keep this car simple. So by doing this, we don't have to change a aftermarket fuel tank and have to plumb the whole thing.
Yeah.
Which is always better to do, but it's gonna take time and also money, and we want to keep it on the budget.
That's it.
And you know, within 200 bucks, we'd be able to get this all good for the V8 and ready to do some drifting. So we thought we'd do it this way. Pretty stoked. It's just whole workshop smell like fuel.
I know, it smells good, but not for too long. Otherwise, you get
high.
You get way too high.
This is the factory filter. Bryce had to chop it off pretty much. We're over this side. It's kind of like holding the other part inside there.
Yeah, it comes as one kind of plastic clip to hold the original fuel pump on, but because of the length of the Deutschwerk, it's not actually going to fit that clip again, so you have to cut that off.
Yeah.
So
It's all part of the fun.
So it's custom.
Custom. Everything's custom. We have showed you the engine it's in. Bryce basically have changed a couple of things on the engine. So this pump right here is a proper LS1 pump. I'm not sure, do we have that pump coming off the engine? Because this engine came with a really weird pump, eh?
Yeah.
We have never seen this pump before.
No, never seen one before.
It looks almost exactly the same. If you look at this one and compare to that, they look the same. But we're the LS1 one. This hole's right there, and the fitting is at the back of it, there. But we're this one. This looks familiar, similar, but actually come on here. So we do go through these pumps pretty often, and we want to plumb for the right pump for the future.
Yep.
That's why when Bryce swap a proper one in here.
Yep.
And also we got a new belt.
New belt. The other one was
New
pretty
belt.
old and crusty.
Yep. Weird is easy.
Super easy.
We don't have to do much. So very quickly to show you what we have got. So basically we lined up the center of the engine to the center of the chassis, and if you guys have a look inside the car where the shifter comes out, it's perfect, right in the middle of the factory hole. I'm super stoked about that.
It was like it was built for it.
Yeah, exactly. And back to the engine is really good. So we have a little bit of room between the firewall and the back of the engine right there. So it's easy to work on. We are super stoked. We're gonna run a factory radiator, or these are the factory mounts, and just stand right there and just plumb it up. So everything, keep it simple.
Yeah, that should be sweet. No more Sylvias after this. This is way too easy.
All the V886s.
Yeah.
So the reason we haven't made the mount because we have modified the cross member, it doesn't leave much room. So we also want to make it maybe with a bush. First we thought we were gonna solid mount it, but then we thought now we're gonna put a bush in.
Yep.
Finding the bush and fitting the right pipe was hard. So that's the reason the engine sitting here exactly where we want it to be, but we just don't have the right material to finally mount the engine. This week, Donald's going to try to find something,
Yep.
or we just need to come up with another solution. So far, engines in there, we're pretty happy.
Super happy. Yeah, this is the hardest part, really.
So as you can see, these guys are basically from the fuel tank, and we're gonna put some proper fittings over there.
Yep.
And tee up on the factory system. We'll have a fuel regulator. All that is gonna be a lot easier than changing the whole fuel system.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much for this week.
Sweet.
Just want to say thank you guys for the support.
Thank
keep
you.
the subscribes coming, and next week hopefully we get this all done and show you guys more of the car.
Sweet.
Thanks for
Cool.
watching.
Thanks, guys.